LPN pinning ceremony. This is where we celebrate the dedication, perseverance, and success of our nursing students. Today marks not just an academic achievement, but a rite of passage into one of the most trusted, noble, and impactful professions, nursing. To our graduates, congratulations. You all have embraced the challenges of rigorous coursework, long clinical hours, and countless exams. You have demonstrated resilience, compassion, and strength, qualities that will define you as nurses and change lives in ways you cannot yet imagine. The pin that you will receive today is more than just a symbol. It is a badge of honor and a reminder of your commitment to serving others. It represents the countless sacrifices, the sleepless nights, the unwavering determination, and the love for what you do. As you wear this pin, remember that nursing is not just a career. It is a calling. It requires a heart full of empathy and hands willing to serve. To our graduates, as you step into this next chapter, know that your journey as an LPN will be full of challenges, but also immense rewards. Embrace every experience as an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to make a difference. The world needs you now more than ever. Congratulations once again. We are all so proud of you, and we cannot wait to see what you will accomplish. To all the families and friends gathered today, welcome to this beautiful celebration, and thank you for all being here to honor these incredible graduates.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Andy Smith. I am the Vice President of Instruction here at TCAT Knoxville, and I am pleased to welcome you all to the Tennessee College of Applied Technology's Practical Nursing pinning ceremony. Thank you, family and friends, for joining us on this occasion. I am honored to extend a heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of our students. We are so proud of your accomplishments. This ceremony, it's all about you. It is all about you. Your hard work, your determination, your commitment. You are the future of healthcare, and we are excited to share in this moment with you. Through hours of studying and clinicals, hands-on training, you have demonstrated an unwavering commitment to learning and mastering your skills. And this pin is a symbol of your achievement and a reminder of the trust and responsibility of being a healthcare provider. You are embarking on a fulfilling career where you will make a difference in the lives of countless others. Always remember the importance of empathy, integrity, and continuous learning as you navigate the challenges ahead. We are immensely proud of you, and do not doubt that you will excel professionally. Congratulations once again on this well-deserved honor. May your future be filled with success, fulfillment, and opportunity to impact others positively. I would also like to thank the instructors for investing their expertise and talents in training the next generation of nurses. Thank you very much. And finally, let's thank the family and friends. Nobody gets here without you, right? Yeah. And with that, it is my honor to introduce Tamaja Bishop.
Good evening, everyone. They say that nurses are the heartbeat of healthcare. But after surviving clinicals, late night study sessions, and caffeine binges, we might just be the pulse of the whole operation. Becoming an LPN is like learning to juggle, only instead of balls, it's patience, paperwork, and never ending supply of coffee. We've laughed, cried, and probably overdosed on a lot of caffeine together. But we made it. We are here, officially nurses. After endless hours of studying, caffeine, and wondering if we ever see a full night of sleep again, we're here. Here's to finally trading in our textbooks for scrubs and remembering that laughter is the best medicine. After all the other medications that we've memorized. Here's to caring for others and still managing to keep our scrubs stain free most of the time. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Tara Lohman, and I'll be introducing the graduates as Ms. Rogers presents their pins. Uh, Please hold your applause until everyone has received their pin. Denisha Barger. Tamaja Bishop. India Boyd. Mhm. Caitlin Brooks. Diamond Burney. Whitley Cahill. Haley Connor. Kyra Cutright. Frankie Davis. Caitlin Emery. Semaine Fields. Stacy Geary. Gerald Green Jr. Chloe Hurst. Dana Isom. Elizabeth McCorkle. Zachary McCoy. Julie McMurray. Etigenyu McQuanant. Benjamin Mugo. Grace Munga. Savannah Norman. Anastasia Pratt. Rashid Salan. Madison Smith. Emily Swafford. Avery Veal. Hannah Williams. And Rachel Worley. Congratulations to our graduates. Instructors Valerie Branham and Holly Ehrlacher will now lead the students in the Nightingale Pledge.
If the graduating class will please rise. And we will now have the lighting of the lamp. All right, if you all will please recite the pledge with me. In the presence of God and those assembled here, I solemnly pledge myself to practice my profession faithfully. I will not take or knowingly administer any harmful drug I will do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standards of my profession. I will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping, and all family affairs coming to my knowledge in the practice of my calling. With loyalty, I will endeavor to aid the physicians in their work and devote myself to the welfare of those committed to my care. You may be seated. Now I'd like to welcome Mr. Benjamin Mungo.
Good afternoon. Class of 2024, we did it. My dear friends, I congratulate you on the hard work you have put in and the resilience you have all shown. I've watched each one of us grow into this program, and I feel proud to have been part of this journey with you. I want to take a moment to thank our instructors who went above and beyond. You have been patient, caring, and firm. You have shaped us not just our knowledge, but also our character as future nurses. From the bottom of our hearts, we thank you. To the administration and the entire management team, you have ensured that the doors are always open and the environment is always conducive to learning. We appreciate your contribution to our success and cannot take you for granted. Finally, to our families and loved ones, we never meant to be mean when we missed your phone calls. Our phones are always on silent mode. In this journey would not have been possible without your support, your guidance, and your prayers. Thank you for believing in us and encouraging us on a daily basis. As Robin Williams in the movie Patch Adams said, you treat a disease, you win, or you lose. But when you treat a person, I guarantee you win no matter the outcome. Today, we make a commitment to offer ourselves to the greater community. So, here is to us, the future nurses. May our coffee be strong and our scrubs be comfortable. I wish you all the best in your endeavors. May God bless you and may God protect you all. I hereby take this opportunity to welcome the President.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my absolute pleasure to speak with you today on behalf of this practical nursing class of 2024. They have been through quite the challenge, first leaving a building and moving into a new one, changing uniforms, doing lots of different things that not only challenge their academic environment, but also enhance the ability to lead and understand and be adaptable. This class is certainly adaptable to lots of things. You heard some of the other presenters before talk about family and talk about perseverance. Students are successful because of their families and their support system and those people who support them along the way. We would like to celebrate you as well today. If you are a parent or a spouse of a graduate, would you please stand? Wow. Yay. So may be seated. I see lots of little ones in the crowd. If you are a child of one of our graduates, lift them in the air. How about significant others, grandparents? Aunties and uncles? Yes. So I do know we also have a great-grandparent in the room. If there's great-grandparents or great-greats in the room, could you stand or wave your hands? All right. Yay. So you see, higher education is a family affair, and students are successful because of their family and friends and their network of support. So for that, we all thank you. But students, I'm going to ask you to do something different today. Would you please stand and turn around and applaud your families and say thank you on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3. You may be seated. So there's lots of excitement in the air, but you have chosen to be nurses for a reason. And that's probably because you have a heart for caring for people, a love to take care of your family and friends, and hopefully because you found a career that will last you a lifetime. There are lots of opportunities in healthcare. It doesn't matter which path you choose. There are practical nurses here, but I want to tell you a story about the pathway of a nurse and how nurses affect the lives of just ordinary citizens in ordinary ways who may not even be your patient. So nurses, I'm going to talk to you for just a minute and tell you a story about my friend Chrissy. I think maybe 1 or 2 of you have heard about my friend Chrissy, but the majority of you have not. But you see, my friend Chrissy, she came from a very rural area where the only hospital in that area was a 2-story, small town, hard to find healthcare facility. And you see, my friend Chrissy, she was a single mom. Chrissy was a single mom for 18 years. But it was early in those days of single parenting that Chrissy had a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. Things were difficult, yes, of course they were. But when you have healthcare challenges along the way with small children, it makes a greater impact on how you see the world day to day. It makes a greater impact as a healthcare professional, how someone like you with the life-saving skills that you have helps someone like Chrissy. And to tell you a little more about Chrissy, yes, she was a single mom in a very small town where everybody knew your name. And in the local hospital, it wasn't fancy. It wasn't a spectacular ER room. It wasn't spectacular patient rooms. It was just enough for this small town. But you see, my friend Chrissy had a unique situation. Her 4-year-old was just diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. And what that meant for Chrissy was that her 4-year-old daughter would become insulin dependent for life at 4 years old. She's taking 4 insulin shots a day, and we're managing, but barely managing. Chrissy is barely managing. Until one day, this really happened to my friend Chrissy. You see, Chrissy was doing something that she thought was fun and would be out of the ordinary for her 2 little children. They're strolling down the road in their minivan, and just like typical parents like all of us, I'm sure we know what chicken nuggets are. We found a need, Chrissy found a need to go to McDonald's. On the way, in the rearview mirror, in the car seat, Chrissy's 4-year-old diabetic daughter is slipping into an unconscious state. Luckily, Chrissy and her 2 children were still near that rural hospital that I was telling you about, and they pulled into the ER area, and running out of the ER was just that. It was a practical nurse who knew Chrissy and her 2 children. And in small towns, isn't it the thing? Everybody knows your name and everybody knows your business. That's the good thing and the bad thing, right? But the good thing is, this practical nurse saw Chrissy and saw Chrissy get out of her van carrying this lifeless 4-year-old like this, just running toward the door. That practical nurse took that 4-year-old and she said, "She's diabetic, right?" Chrissy says, "Yes, I don't know what to do." Chrissy's frantic. She doesn't know what to do, but this practical nurse took that little 4-year-old and instead of checking her in at the front desk, took her straight to the ER where she handed her off to another practical nurse and an RN who immediately started working on this 4-year-old little girl who was insulin dependent and at this point completely unconscious. What we learned on that day is that the value of a nurse to the patient is life-saving. But the value of a nurse to a young mother like Chrissy was heartwarming. It was kindness. It was calming. It was not only taking care of the 4-year-old patient, but taking care of Chrissy, the mother, in her frantic state. And all the while, all of that is going on, Chrissy's 2-year-old is still in the van, pulled in front of the ER. Lo and behold, it is a nurse aide who is out there with the 4-year-old who calls him by name and says, "Let me get you out of the car seat and take you inside to Chrissy, to your mama." So that nurse aide took care of that little 2-year-old unnecessarily, not her patient, and then handed him off to the practical nurse who knew where Chrissy and her daughter was in the ER. There are so many things that nursing entails. It's not about just taking care of your patient, but you do so much more, and you will come across so many walks of life in your pathway. But there is someone like Chrissy who will never, ever forget the value of a practical nurse. And I know many of you see Chrissy all the time. My friend Chrissy is around campus often. And I'm wondering, have any of you seen her? If you don't, do you have an idea? You see, Chrissy, I am Chrissy. So I am that single mother who was saved by a practical nurse, whose daughter was saved by a practical nurse, whose son was helped by a CNA, and that same little girl was airlifted in a helicopter 200 miles away because of that very incident, but there was a registered nurse in the helicopter with her. The dedication to your patients goes way beyond just the patient. And for someone like me, someone like Chrissy, I could never thank you enough. So practical nurses, you will always have my heartfelt support. To my nursing team over there in the corner, you will always have the support of administration with the ultimate goal to persevere. So practical nurses, I urge you to continue your education. I'm going to ask a big favor. Continue your education. Get lots of knowledge and gain lots of experience out there in the real world. Go on and get your registered nursing. Do that. There's nothing holding you back. And when you do that, don't stop there. There's opportunities for BSN and Masters in Nursing. There's so much more. But when you do all of that, come back to TCAT Knoxville and be an instructor for us, because you've been trained by the very best. So that's my challenge to you, is I want to see y'all back here in about 10 years, okay? Because we're going to need you. But I tell you the story about my friend Chrissy just because that is a real life story, and that story is about me and my 2 children. Now, I do change the name. My mom's name was Chrissy, so I changed the name just to, because it makes me feel better, and I miss her too. So, nurses, congratulations. I'm very proud to call you the class of 2024. We do have some good news for you. I know many of you are getting ready for the NCLEX. Is that correct? Yes, yes. So our Vice President of Student Services has been gracious enough to award scholarships to each of you that will pay for your NCLEX. So we are excited to give you that. We want you to take that NCLEX soon, and Noah will be in touch with you about the scholarship that's going to cover your exam fees. Okay? All right? Yeah. All right. Congratulations, the class of 24. We will conclude our program. You all please stand.